Yo, what is going on YouTube? So today we are back with another video for you guys. Today we are here with the 4-3-2-1 tactics. Now before we get into the video, if you can, please drop a like on the video. Drop a sub if you want to see more videos like this. Trying to aim for a like goal of 40 likes. That would be massively appreciated. And in the comments down below, let me know how you're getting on with your weekend league. Let me know who the best team this season you pulled is. I want to hear how your guys' stuff is going. Yeah, listen, this is going to be a bit more of a longer format version. We're going to go through the tactics. I'm going to give you different variations of the same tactics. I'm going to give you an all-out defense version. I'm going to give you your standard in-game play version, a bit more aggressive version if you're trying to get a bit more attacking. Maybe you don't like to be so defensive. And then we've got an all-out attack trying to win the game version of this same formation. Obviously, we are using the 4-3-2-1. So yeah, guys, we're going to get straight into it. Hopefully, you guys do enjoy this video. So we are just going to head straight into the defensive version. So our defensive style is unbalanced. You could go drop back, but for me, I just find it to be too much. I find that your players actually sit off so far that you have no actual control over the game. And if you're trying to wind down that clock and waste time, it can be a real pain. So for me, balance is still the best way to go. We just don't obviously have a high depth and things like that. Now width is on 40. Now this is something I want to talk about, especially when people go attacking or defensive. They just put all the little scrolls down, so they might have like your width on 20 just because you're trying to be defensive, when really you want your width the same because that's what you found to be comfortable with. The same on attacking. People just put all of these dials up and then they end up on 70 width and they wonder why they can't put an attack together. It is literally just because you put all the dials up, thinking basically that you need to just put everything up in order to be more attacking. But do not change your widths, guys. All right. Now, depth is on 40. Again, like I said, we're nothing too crazy, nothing too aggressive. We are just trying to, hold a decent line, but be defensive, be compact, and not let anyone break through those lines. Our build-up play is just unbalanced. Again, we're not going to put anything on. Maybe usually we'd use a fast build-up, but I said just trying to be compact, spread the ball around, not give the ball away. And fast build-up, I find players run out of position sometimes, and that can obviously cause maybe not the best ideal situations when you're trying to defend a lead. Now, we do still have direct passing on, because as much as we are trying to defend a lead, if we are given good counter-attack opportunities, you should always take them. At least that's the opinion that I have. Some people would just say wind the clock down no matter what. For me, if you've got a chance to go take that lead from 1-0, a 1-goal lead to 2-goal lead, I always try to take it. But, you can just waste time as well if you want. It is really up to you. But for me, direct passing is on just to still give us a bit of attacking bite if we are given the opportunity to do so. Now our width again is on 40, because like I said, this won't change. I won't keep talking about this, because our width will be between 40 and 45 no matter what tactic we're using. Just because, like I said, we don't change it because that's what we're comfortable with. All right, guys, we've got to get more used to using that. Now our players in the box is on 4. Now usually we would obviously have it higher and a bit more aggressive. We've lowered that down so we don't basically end up being too attacking. Our corners are on 2. That is just for the corner tactic. Again, if you are given corners and you want to try and score from them, I always have it on 2. But if you're just trying to be ultra defensive, have your corners on 1. And then free kicks on 1 as well. Obviously, now this is how we've got the team set up. Nothing too interesting to say here. And then we will talk and explain through these tactics. Now, I do still have R9 on stay central getting behind. Now, like that is because of like I said, trying to maybe get a goal on the counter attack if we get given the option. I do still have him on stay central getting behind, and obviously that's to do with the direct passing and make sure he makes those good attacking runs. Now we do have both of our wider centre forwards on come back on defence and getting behind. So basically they will be instructed to come back and basically play as wide centre mids, and it basically ends up functioning like a flat 4-5-1, where basically Diaby and Mbappe will basically end up working as a left mid, right mid, and then those 3 centre mids work as flat 3 centre mids, and we defend as a 4-5-1. But when we are going forward, they will also still be on getting behind, still trying to make those runs in behind. And for me personally, it has worked very well. Now we do have our left centre mid on balanced all over and just cover centre, so nothing too aggressive there. We do have our central CM on stay but while attacking cover centre. Now that is because he's going to be our anchor man centre mid. He's going to be the one trying to defend that back line and making sure nothing gets through. And then we also have our other centre mid on cover centre, and that is it. Again, trying to mark basically these narrow areas because Diaby and Mbappe will come back, and also we have our fullbacks to mark those wider areas. So nothing on the two centre backs, nothing too crazy. Then we do just have both of our wing backs on stable while attacking. Like I said, just really trying to defend that box, trying to defend that back line, and not give anything away. So now we're going to be going into basically our normal in-game tactic. Now this will be what I will be using at the start of the game to try and go and win a game. So not necessarily our most attacking version, but also not our most defensive. Just the one that we find basically will help the most in terms of winning a game. So defensive style, we do still have it on balanced. For me, like, I only use press tactics now when I'm maybe not winning a game and I'm trying to get back into it. I just find that they can be too aggressive now. They're not as anywhere near as consistent, and they do drain your stamina to a point where, for me, it's just not viable anymore to use for a full 90 minutes. Now our width is on 45, so again a little bit higher than what it was, but like I said, we're still in that 40 to 45 range. We won't be going outside of that. Our depth is on 60. Now this is one of the bigger changes from our last one. Obviously we've got about 20 extra depth, and that is mainly down to the fact that we are trying to be a bit more aggressive, trying to be a bit more higher up the pitch, trying to win that ball back a bit quicker, and basically just trying to get the attack going a bit more. So yeah, depth is just a little bit higher, trying to win that ball and really put pressure on our opponents. Our build-up play is on fast build-up. Now, like I said, fast build-up can be very good. It's quite erratic, but with the 4-3-2-1, where you have so many situations where basically you're going to try and overload your opponent, fast build-up where players aren't always necessarily in their perfect position is actually really, really good. You'll see as we go through the instructions that basically with fast build-up we have so many options where we can overload our opponent on the left or right side, and it gives us so many good attacking options that as long as you make right decisions, you will score most of the time. It is a very, very strong formation. Chance creation is on direct passing. Obviously, we don't have to keep going through this. Direct passing obviously helps with in-behind through balls for players with high attacking positioning. This will be used on all of them, so I won't keep going through it. But yeah, direct passing is a very, very good, obviously, attacking chance creation tactic. And then our width is on 45. Again, not changing too much up, just that little bit wider, as we're not trying to be that compact anymore, and we are just trying to be a bit more expansive and basically get more players involved in the game, create more space for those attacking runs in behind. Now our players in the box is on 6. Obviously we were just on 4, so again another reasonably decent jump, but that is because we're trying to get some of our midfielders basically attacking into the box now, compared to it just being our forwards. So with basically having 6 players in the box, you might get 1 or 2 centre mids running in the box as well now, compared to it being just your forwards. And that just helps with a lot of cutback options. If you're a player lock player, like I like to use a player lock now, and these midfield runs can be really, really good as well. So yeah, corners again on 2, free kicks on 1. Nothing to explain there. Team is obviously still set out the same way. Now this is where basically the tactics do change. So we do just have our striker on getting behind. We don't have him on stay central. You can have him on stay central. It's really up to you. I probably would change it to stay central now, so I might actually do that, because I have found that I probably prefer that. So yeah, we do have R9 just on stay central getting behind to basically work as one of these 2 strikers. Now with the 4-3-2-1, the way it's going to work is basically your striker and then either the left foot centre forward or right centre forward, depending on what one you want, will basically end up being your 2 strikers when you're basically defending, and one of the others will basically end up coming into midfield, and it basically defends as a flat 4-4-2. But when you are going forward, it obviously attacks as a lot more aggressive 4-3-2-1. So we do have our right centre forward on getting behind, because he is our other striker, so to speak. He'll be the other one alongside R9 when we're defending, trying to press the lines and then be available for the counter attack. And then we do have our left centre forward, and he is literally just on comeback on defence. No other changes there. So that is really it for that. Obviously, like I said, it works as a 4-4-2. And then what happens is one of your centre midfielders, when we're now attacking, will basically push up and provide more attacking options and make those attacking runs. And that person will be our left centre mid. Now he is on balance to get into the box across and cover centre. Now that is purely because, like I said, that Diaby is going to drop in and basically work as our left midfielder, so we don't need him to cover wide. And he's going to be making those get into the box across runs as well. So for those cutbacks, for just general build-up play, he'll be making those attacking runs and scoring those goals that we need out of him. And then we do, as I said, we still have our central centre mid as our basically anchor man centre mid, stay back while attacking cover centre just to protect those centre backs. And then we do just have our right centre mid. Now he basically works as the right mid when we're defending in a 4-4-2. So he is just on cover wing, and that is it. No stay back while attacking, and he's just on cover wing. So he'll cover those wider areas. And then when Diaby drops in, it works basically a 4-4-2. Now the two centre backs are still the same. Now what you do with the full backs is basically you have one of them as an attacking fullback and one as a defensive one. Really depends what way round you want to do it. For me personally, I prefer attacking through my left back, but I do have my right back just on stay back while attacking, and then I do have my left back on join the attack and overlap. Now that this will basically work is so when that 4-4-2 happens and Diaby has dropped a bit further in, Cancelo will basically know to go, fly up the pitch, and then De Bruyne, Diaby and Cancelo on that left side will have such good overload options and really work those counter attacks and break down our opponents for cutbacks and things like that. So yeah, really good. Now we are just going to go to our attacking. Sorry guys, going to quickly have a drink. So now this is for basically if you are maybe if you're 1 goal down, trying to get back into the game, but don't want to full send it, don't want to basically ship it and just not have any control on the game, but you want to be a bit more aggressive, want to try and get up the pitch, and this is what we would use. So press after possession loss. Again, like I said, it can be very good. It's just it will drain your stamina and players will move, so like they're not always going to be in their positions. But if you are trying to win that ball back straight away and really high pressure opponent, press after possession loss, there isn't really much better. So yeah, that is why we are using it for this. Width again, not going to explain it. We've obviously talked through it already. Now our depth is on 72. Now, like I said, as we are trying to be that bit more aggressive, we have put it to the 72 mark. Now, you may be looking at this and going, right, why 72? Why do you care about 72? Now, that is because that is the border for where then the game starts to auto trigger offside traps for you. So basically, if I put that to 71, game wouldn't do it for me anymore. If I do it 72, it will auto trigger offside traps and really just try and keep that high press, keep that high line and really be just on top of them as a unit and really try and win that ball back. So yeah, 72 depth is the reason. It's literally the only reason why it is purely for those auto offside traps. Now our build-up plate is on fast build-up. Again, like I said, it is a great way to attack with a 4-3-2-1 if you're trying to be attacking. So yeah, don't really have to explain that, and obviously don't have to explain the direct passing again, because like I said, we all know what it does by now. Same with the width, and then players in the box is on 6. Again, obviously we've already spoke about this. It is just the best balanced way to attack with a 4-3-2-1 without completely sending it off a cliff. Really trying to just send everyone at people. So I wouldn't advise changing that. So what we're going to do, we're just going to head straight over to the instructions, because the instructions outside of the press after possession loss is where most of it does change. So again, we are still trying to defend in that way of a 4-4-2 on the defensive and basically a mega fast like 4-3-2-1 going forward. So we do have both of these two on stay central getting behind, and we do just have Diaby, but instead of him only being on comeback on defence, we have him on getting behind as well. Just so when he is basically forward, he will still try and make those in behind runs. But obviously the two strikers are still the same. We do have De Bruyne on get forward now and get into the box across compared to being balanced. So again, he's just being that a bit more aggressive on his runs, and basically just trying to score a bit more and help us score those goals. We do still have our centre mid on stay back while attacking cover centre, because we still do need that anchor man to protect our defence. And then we just again still only have him on balanced. Again, that's because we're not trying to fully send it off the cliff. We're just trying to be a bit more aggressive and a bit more attacking. So between Royce obviously working as that wide man and De Bruyne getting a bit further forward, the same with Diaby, it will just mean we'll have a lot more pressure going on up the pitch and basically have more attacking options. Obviously we have our left back on join the attack overlap, and now instead of Carlos Alberto just being on stay back while attacking, we have him on balance and we have him on overlap as well, just so we have that extra option going forward. And again, just giving us an extra option just in case we are struggling a bit, and not having the easiest ways of breaking people down. Now, we are going on to our last one. This one will literally just be the all-out attack formation, where we are just sending it at people, trying to win the ball back. So we are on constant pressure, obviously. This is obviously where you're basically full press. Your team's just running around everywhere like a bunch of headless chickens trying to win the ball back. But obviously it is the best way to win the ball back. Obviously they have made it easier to beat as the year's gone on. Obviously we all know how broken it was at the start. But now it is still good enough that it is worth using. So we are using constant pressure. Don't have to explain the width. Obviously the depth, again, it's for those auto offside traps. Don't have to explain that too much. All this stuff we don't have to explain. Players in the box is on 7. Now again, that is just a little higher. Just trying to be a bit more aggressive in the box and basically try and have a few more attacking runs and options. Because like I said, at this point, you're probably 2 or 3 goals down and you're really trying to bring that lead back. So yeah, 7 players in the box is the way to go. Obviously, still same layout for the team. We have our left and right strikers. So basically what we'll work in the 4-4-2 is both of our strikers. We have them on both on stay central, getting behind, and we have both on stay forward as well. Now that is basically to make sure they stay up the pitch and don't defend at all. And then we do have DRB on drift wide, getting behind. So that basically, he will still work as a forward, but he'll still be a wide enough option that he can help defensively in some situations. But it's not really what we need him for. We just need him to be an all-out attacking player still now at this point in the game. So yeah, drift wide, getting behind. We do have our left centre mid on get forward, get into the box, cross cover centre, same as before. Just really trying to make those attacking runs and getting into the box. We have our central centre mid just on cover centre, so he's not on stay back anymore. Because like I said, we are really trying to be aggressive, get up the pitch and win that ball back. We're not trying to sit back and protect our defence anymore. We are trying to score goals. And then we do just still have our right centre mid just on all balanced, except for getting to the box for cross as well. So again, just trying to push them up the pitch, be that bit more aggressive. Our 2 centre backs just stay on stay back while attacking, and then both of our full backs are on join the attack overlap. Again, just flying up the pitch and trying to score goals. So yeah, guys, listen, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know if you enjoyed this style of tactics video where we try and break down different variations of the formation. So hopefully it just gives you guys a bit more flexibility about what you want to use. If you did enjoy the video, drop a like, drop a comment, let me know what you want to see in the future, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.